Hey guys, it's Chris here from Chris's Creative Life, and I design workshops that help you create beautiful projects from start to finish with easy to follow guides. And you guys can find out most things about me on my blog at chrisscreativelife.com. But so today is currently, if you're watching live, Monday, December 29th, 2025. And you know, it's like that funny week we have like between Christmas and New Year's, and then right after New Year's before we get like deep into the month of January. So I thought we would have some fun, and I have not done my assembly video for the December paper pumpkin cards. So I thought we could have some fun and assemble them because they're actually like beautiful cards, really different and pretty. So I'm going to add my desk in here. I'm going to keep on yammering. If you guys have any questions along the way, feel free to ask or say. So I know that one of the things we always do around here between Christmas and New Year's is like, you know, you've got like that purge that as you like start boxing up your holiday stuff, time to get rid of some stuff. My label maker is constantly going. I was actually just making labels just before I came live. So I would love to know what you're doing to fill your week between Christmas and New Year's. Are you getting crafty? Are you using a kit? Are you using one of my workshop guides? What are some of the fun things you guys are doing? We would love to hear. Okay, I'm going to add my desk in here. I'm going to show you what's in the box, and I'm also going to show you the details for January's paper pumpkin. Don't forget, if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin under my shopping link, which should be in the description of the video if all went well, I'm part of a tutorial group for Paper Pumpkin. So you also would receive 12 additional tutorials, so alternate versions with that month's Paper Pumpkin. So they come just after end of the month, so like the following month. So you'd get December's just in the beginning of January when everybody's finished. It gets all compilated. I was going to say something else on that note though. If you have any questions about that, feel free to ask. But we are in currently the January subscription program portion. If you start your subscription with January, then you become an active Paper Pumpkin subscriber, and quite often you could purchase older kits. So if this kit that I'm about to assemble is interesting to you, that is a way to sometimes get your hands on it. Depends on whether there's extra kits and all of those fun things. But let's add my desk in here. I can tell already we might have to add some more light. Yes, so my little label maker has been going like crazy, and you know, putting some of the stuff away. Okay, so here's a few things. So this is the current add-on die set from the last like 3 months. So they have done a die set for like 3-month increments. So this is like October, November, December. Holy smokes, 3 times to get it right. The Abundant Joy. And then this is the one that coordinates with the next set of paper pumpkins. It's called Beautiful Blooms, and it kind of probably gives you like a clue. But so this is a fun like postage stamp look, and it says beautiful, and then there's flowers, etc. Okay, but so like I said, we're in the period so from December 11th to January 10th, we're in the section of Paper Pumpkin for registering for January, and it's called Special Delivery, and it says send heartfelt Valentine's featuring soft postage stamps, designs, and sentiments for love and friendship. So I'm assuming that the postage die will coordinate with this one. And then February celebrates spring, and March fluttering garden. So we're not going to get too far ahead of ourselves because, but I did want to draw your attention to that. And let's make some cards from the Watercolour In Bloom. And at the end of the video, I'll show you my alternative for the tutorial this month, which I actually really love the way it turned out. Okay, so in your paper pumpkin, right, you've got your stamp set. These are some great sentiments too, right? Dear friend, thank you, miss you. The little things you do for me mean so much. You make me feel loved. All of those fun things. Okay, and then the ink spot is Night of Navy. Do I need more lights here? There, that's a little bit better. Okay, so I can see a comment came in, but I cannot find it. So if it's a question, make sure to ask again. But look how pretty these envelopes are. So the envelopes are all the same. So, and the coordinating colors for this suite are, and you can see them all here in the envelopes, right? Garden Green, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, Secret Sea, Shaded Spruce, and then Bronze. But the envelopes are just beautiful. Okay, so that's the envelopes. Then here are all our parts. I did organize the parts because I did work on like my alternate project. Something fell out there. So there's little bronze sequins, which are really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to close up my box because I think I kind of organized them. So I'm going to assemble like one of each. So there's 3 different designs, 1, 2, and 3. So let's see if they stayed relatively well organized in the box. Because I took out some stuff to work, right, on my alternative one. And hopefully everything went back in the way it was supposed to. Okay, so I'll keep these here. Actually, we're going to put that here because I'm not sure where that's supposed to go. So I think this is card number 2. And then card, or that might be 3, I think, actually. Okay, so there's 2 card fronts that are kind of similar, so I just wanted to draw your attention to them, right? So this one goes like, it has the pretty washes in the different colors, and then this one is more like just variants of the same color, so they are different backgrounds. So just so you are aware, you can also obviously switch them up if you would like. Okay, I'm going to get my big Night of Navy though. There we go, because it's just a little bit easier for me. Okay, I'm still trying to see if I can see the comment, but I cannot find it at the moment. So if it's really important, let me know. Okay, so we have our card base. I did turn on my Do Not Disturb, so I wonder if that had something to do with it. Okay, that's okay. We'll figure it out. And if I don't see it till later, I will come back. Okay, so we're going to need some stamps for this card. So we're going to do all the foliage. And so we have this one. So the pretty thing too is all these cards have vellum. And if you've not checked out the Stampin' Up website lately, they have 12 by 12 vellum that is awesome. You can stamp on it. It's got a nice weight. You could use it for scrapbooking or card making. It is very lovely. Okay, so these are our pieces. I think we just, this one, and then we need one of these. Oh, and we need a flower. So I'm going to use it here. Oh no, it's the wrong size. We need one of the small flowers. So I think there's two different sizes of flowers, if I'm not mistaken. And one is smaller and one is larger. This must have just fallen out of a different pile there. Okay, so I think I have all my pieces here. Stand up. And your first paper pumpkin comes with a block. It's like this. But I have a ton of blocks sitting around, so I can just put my my stamps on different blocks. So this says, "Miss you so much," this card. And how perfect is that for after Christmas too? Because, you know, like lots of people get it. Oh, well, there are no longer lots of blocks there, but I'll pick those up after. You know, like those people that are far away. It's kind of nice to... Okay, so our sentiment goes on this little piece. So I have already actually stamped the sentiment because it's on my alternate project. So miss you. Okay, and we're going to do, after we do this, I'm going to kind of put my box on this piece so we can see where we want that foliage to go. Miss you so much. Pretty. Okay, so this is going to go on right like about there. And then this goes up top. Just, I want kind of a visual of where I need to put my foliage. So you can see there's two coming out the side here and one coming out the top. So I am actually going to adhere these two together. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to do the one in the middle first, and then I'll do the two on the sides. Now these I have not used. So let's so this one here, and then this one will be about here somewhere. And if it gets hidden, that's okay. It's just to kind of add like an extra layer of texture, right? So each kind of thing that you add to your cards, right, is just adding like one more kind of texture, right? Whether it's like ink, vellum, you know, an embellishment, ribbon, all of those things, right? So this is going to get popped up on dimensionals, which I actually think I left in the box. Okay, so let me just move some stuff out of my way here. Including my chair that's now right behind me. Okay, so I'm just not using my tearing tape. I'm just going to use regular adhesive because it's a little bit faster. But in the box, right, you have everything you need. There we go. I'll put one thing away. The little extra plastic bag, I save them so that when I'm putting like pieces together for projects, I have them. There we go. I put one thing away where it was supposed to go today. Okay, so this needs dimensionals. The little flower does also. And then this piece also. Okay, so I am actually going to, let's just see here. This is, I think, just kind of gives it like a little, really pretty, right? Just a little vellum shadow underneath. So I'm going to add adhesive to this. And I know that I'm going to have to change. Hopefully I have enough adhesive in here to finish, but we will see. Okay, so I'm just centering it at the top. There we go. And now I'll add adhesive right where it's going to be hidden in the back. Yeah, so because it's that funny week between Christmas and New Year's, you guys might see me here at some funny times this week. I have some unexpected things happening this week. So I might not always be at my normal time. There we go. And then I can add this piece. And I think we did pretty good. Okay, and then our flower goes right here in the middle. Oh, this is very pretty. Goes right here, right? Okay, and then we'll add some sequins, and I love a good adhesive backed sequin. So one here. The bronze is really pretty. And I think it's kind of, if you wanted to add like some more sparkle, like that earthen paper would be really pretty. What's it called? Should be right here somewhere. The earthen tonal metallic paper would go really pretty with this version. So really pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, we're just whipping along here. Card number 2. Okay, so this has all different stamps. Okay, so we need, this is version number 2 or card number 2. So we need one card base. So it's this really striking garden green and night of navy card base. Then we need one oval and one oval and a vellum oval and this little piece and then this large flower. There we go. I think that's all our pieces for this one. And for my alternative, I actually used this card base. I actually thought it was super pretty. I love the, like I said, the striking kind of contrast. Okay, so let's do our sentiment first. Okay, so same thing, right? It is, you can see the little foliage just comes out from behind here. So I'm going to actually adhere these two together, because then I can gauge better where I need to add that. Excuse me, sorry. Foliage. Okay, put this up here. Let's grab this block and the stamp set. Okay, you guys too funny. What did I do? Oh, there we go. Under my little test piece of paper. Okay, so we need the little things you do for me mean so much, and then the thank you, and this little branch here. So first I'm going to stamp my branches. One there, and we're going to flip that over because I did not do a good job. So we're going to go one here and one here. There we go. Okay, so I'm actually going to stamp the longer part. I just want to see. I need to make sure I have enough room. And I have not stamped this yet, so here we go. And now we'll do thank you. And I have also not used this one yet, so let's just stamp it a couple times. And it's kind of neat too, right? Because they've got the script and then the printed font, right? But they're mixing them. So there we go. Okay. I'm going to move my card out of the way, or I'm going to end up with ink all over it. Okay, so here we go. Let's fold our card base, and then we're going to add all our layers together. Right, and this fits just perfectly inside so that you have that really pretty bronze circle on the outside there. And then this layer, we're going to adhere to our vellum. And this is all flat. And this just fits in perfectly. Okay, and then I can add my adhesive, right, hiding behind the white pieces. Okay, and then we'll do dimensionals on here. And I just cut this one. I could have also used an edge. Just like that. And then the pretty little sequins. So we got one large sequin. And sometimes, right, if your stamping is slightly different than theirs, like feel free to change your embellishment placement, because not necessarily am I going to stamp in exactly the same spot they do. And so sometimes your embellishments just feel like not right exactly where they maybe should be. Sometimes you might have to hide an ink smudge with a little bit of an embellishment. So there is card number 2. Okay, one more, and then I'll show you mine, alternative one. This one looks like it should come together very quickly. Okay, so 1, 2, and then 3. So for this one, we need 1 card base. And you can tell, right? Like, I think one of the neat things too about like lots of the things from Stampin' Up! Is like they're so artist driven, right? So you can tell somebody literally created all of these backgrounds. We need 1 of those. This card, and it's already pre-printed on, and it matches the envelope perfectly, right? 2, a piece of vellum. 3, the vellum. This. So there's this piece with the copper. Then we have a white. So for example, if you actually messed it up like twice, like 1, 2, you could still just stamp on your piece with the little accent there. Okay, and then we need 1 of these and 1 little flower. There we go. Okay, so this, wow, we use like almost everything now, I think. So these might be the last, gotta love that, right? So these are the last 2 stamps on here that we have not used. So they used everything that they put on the sheet. Okay, but so I'm gonna have to actually clean something off so that I can put this on a block. Okay, here we go. 1. And then, so I can just put this on here, right? And then pick it up with my sheet after I'm done. And that way I actually know that I've got them all back. Okay. Except, oh, here we go. It's crazy because they're clear, right? Well, that's not going to fit on there. So let's clean this one. Actually, we'll just pop this on. Right? Laying it down so I can pick it up straight. Or relatively there, close to straight. Okay. So we are going to stamp this little piece. And this is where I said, right, if you made a mistake, you do get a lot of chances. You guys should see the literal mess in front of me right now. Okay, and I have not stamped this, so I just want to feel how it's stamping. Again, same thing, right? Really pretty typed font, and then the script above. There we go. And then the dear friend. Also, I have not stamped this, so let's stamp and try. Okay. I'm just trying to center it as best I can. Oh, okay. Here we go. Because I'm looking over here and I'm like, oh, look, I can see one stamp that we didn't use. But look, we do actually use it on this card. That's so funny. So there is nothing left on my sheet. So we use it to fill in this one. And this coordinates right with that die from the add-on die. So, gotta love it. One there. And then one down here. And like I said, by mixing and matching like the pre-printed, then the stamping, that's just another texture, right? Pretty. Okay. That I'm going to lose if I'm not careful, so I'm just going to set it aside. We are now going to close my Night of Navy ink. Because that's a pretty dark color if we have an accident, right? Okay. So we're going to fold the card base. Our light stripes at the top. If you prefer, you could do it this way with the dark strips at the top, right? Okay, so this is going on dimensionals. The vellum is going on dimensionals. There. And then these are flat on each other. Okay, so we'll do this first. Because I'll build it and then add it all onto my card front. Okay, and even just by adding the 2 layers, right, it gives it a little bit more dimension. Okay, so this piece is now going on our vellum. I'm going to add adhesive and try and center it. There we go. Okay, so now dimensionals on my vellum. They can sit right in the middle because you've got your white piece. We'll add dimensionals on here. It was funny. I can't remember the exact day that my kit arrived. It actually arrived quite late because I actually said, I think I said on a video, oh, maybe I'll come back and assemble it. But like, I think it actually, mine was really late considering when they shipped. But I'm assuming it's just because of like all the Christmas extra, like, right? Everybody's, all those couriers and mail people are busy because they're like hauling Christmas stuff. I'm assuming that's why it got behind. And then there was like weather and stuff, that darn weather. Okay, so we're going to center this just like that. Okay, I really like, this is a beautiful kit. Okay, and then we're going to add this. And our little florals get like tucked in. So let's make sure not to put it on upside down. Okay, so these go on flat. But you adhere this to the vellum. So let's just do for a change what they say. Okay, so I am just going to just make it touch there. And I actually might put a little tiny bit of dimensional behind that. You gotta love when your adhesive is like right at the end and super hard to get out. Okay, and then I can add my floral like that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna tuck a little piece of dimensional behind there, right? Because we have it. You probably don't obviously need to, but I'll just make it a little more secure. Linen twine would be really pretty with this too, right? Because you have the shine of the copper and then like the dull, rough finish of the linen twine. That would be really pretty with this. Okay, and so let's add our sequins. So they have one down here and one up here and one up here. There we go. Card number 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then I told you guys I would show you my alternate card. And like I said, I used this card base. So this is what I created for like the alternate tutorial bundle. I think it turned out super pretty. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. That's what I've got for you guys today. And I hope you have a good one. We'll talk to you later, guys. And I hope you are enjoying your week between Christmas and New Year's. And even if it is one of those funny weeks. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.